Hello, thank you very much for clicking on this video. You know I appreciate it. In this video, I kind of want to give my final thoughts on the whole anthology affair. There's so many videos out there now talking about this that this is kind of pointless. Thanks for watching. The reason why I'm a bit late to the game is because I just finished watching the Anthology series, so I'll give you my opinion on that at the end. But let's start with Real Love and the hatred for it. I think it's alright. Don't hurt me. So the major issue I've seen is that people don't like the mix. As usual, they blame Giles Martin for it, even though this wasn't Giles Martin, apparently. It was Jeff Lynne. But another major complaint was the removal of some of George's guitar flourishes. At first I was kind of like, yeah, why did they bother doing that? But with my songwriting head on, I write songs, they're on my channel, none of you listen to them, but you know, they're there if you want to. They're really good. With my songwriting head on, I can understand why they did this. So at the beginning of the song, when Lennon sings "No Need to Be Afraid," you've got that acoustic ding 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 ding. I've got a guitar over there. I just haven't learnt it. Should we try? Should we try and see if I can get it? I won't be able to. So at the beginning of the 2025 mix and the original mix, you've got that guitar lick that goes. Thank you. Take a bow. Take a bow. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone. The Queen. She's dead. So that's a catchy little riff. And in the 1996 version, it only shows up once. In the 2025 version, they've brought the catchy riff back 3 times, I think. And they've got rid of George's doodlings. Of which George does the second and third in the 1996 mix. And they're different each time. So if you want your song to be memorable, you're going to want to repeat yourself. Obviously, don't take my word for this. You know, I'm not the best songwriter in the world. You can write songs however you want. But I just feel that, for me, if it has to be catchy, you're going to want to repeat yourself a bit. So from that standpoint, and for it being on the radio in the background, it's going to be more memorable. I mean, let's be honest, if we went back in time, just 1 year, and I asked you to hum George's little guitar flourishes in Real Love from 1996, you probably wouldn't remember. I'm speaking for you now. You can tell me I'm wrong in the comments if you like. I don't mind. But yeah, I just think the song's more memorable to the casual and, shall we say, newer listener. That's what they're after, isn't it? After all, they want new Beatle fans. I keep looking down there because my notes are there. My apologies. I did it straight away. Lennon's voice sounds great in this. It is a vast improvement on the 1996. It sounds like they use different takes, and it has worked. And I like Ringo's drums. They're more at the forefront now, and he has a bit more of an intro into his playing. So yeah, that was great. So really, Real Love 2025 gets a big thumbs up from me. I know that's going to annoy some of you, and I apologise. But at the same time, I don't apologise. Okay, moving on to Anthology before you guys kill me. I've lived with it. I've listened to it quite a few times now. You know, and it's going to be shelved. You see it over there. It's going to be shelved and probably never listen to it again. But I still think for the existing Beatle fan, this was not good value for money. But I did like listening to the newer outtakes. I just don't think it was worth 70 odd quid for, what was it, 13 tracks? And of the new tracks, was it just me, or was there just too many instrumentals? Or was it just a case of, I mean, there might have only been 3. I can't remember now. I promise you'll listen to it. I think there was a part of me wanting more studio banter and more, seeing how they worked out the songs. And when it's an instrumental, what can you do except for sing along to it? Don't get me wrong, Fall on the Hill, I loved. And, that's an instrumental. But I heard things in that I hadn't heard before. So, I appreciated it. But, what was the other one? Hey Bulldog. Nah. And what was the other one? Nowhere Man. Nah. Okay, so now on to the Anthology 2025 series. Really good. Really impressed with how it was cleaned up. The black and white footage sometimes seemed a bit janky. Is that the correct word? But overall, really good. The colour stuff looked amazing. Again, I saw lots of complaints online that they'd cut it down from this bad boy. This was really, really good, and I watched this to death back in the day. So much so that when I was watching the new version, I kept going, "Oh, there's a bit missing here. There's more to this story that I can barely remember." The memory isn't what it used to be. I couldn't really remember what was taken out half the time. There was a few things I did. I did like there was loads of new additions in it. Like I don't recall. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't recall the original demo of Yellow Submarine being in this one. So yeah, let me know if I'm wrong about that. But yeah, all the graphics and it was all just done really, really well. Again, keep in mind this is for a newer audience. They want new Beatles fans. We're dying off, guys. We're dying off. They need to keep their revenue stream going. Obviously, they made it a little bit more politically correct. That's what we used to say before everyone said woke. They made it a little bit more politically correct. You haven't got John mocking the disabled anymore. That's gone. You can't mock the disabled anymore. Oh, it's political correctness gone mad. And I seem to remember George referring to the woman in Magical Mystery Tour in the feeding scene. I seem to remember George Harrison referring to her as the fat woman. They got rid of that. Oh, I did want to say, one thing that I thought was really, really great about this is obviously they've gone back and they've cleaned up John Lennon's audio. He sounds more present now. He doesn't sound so much... I mean, some bits were, but he doesn't sound so much archived now. And for me, that gave a real presence that he was there. Does that sound a bit wanky? But do you know what I mean? It doesn't sound like, oh, Lennon's talking through a radio again or whatever it was, through a 1970s TV set. What's he saying? It's all very upfront, present, sounds like he's there, and although he was missing, it was like he wasn't missing. So yeah, I was really, really impressed with the Lennon vocal clear up. It sounded great. And that's it, really. I didn't buy the book. I still got the one from whenever it came out. I've still got that one, and apparently this new one is nothing new, so I didn't bother. So I'm sure it's still great. So all that really needs to be seen now was this anthology campaign a success? We won't really know about that. To me, I've only ever seen negative comments about it. Maybe I'm down a Beatle rabbit hole where everyone's moaning about the Beatles, but overall I think it was a success. I'm still not happy about the price of that album, and I'm not happy that it took us moaning for them to release it singly. Power to the people. No idea if we had anything to do with that. It feels like we did. Oh, and they're releasing a 7-inch, aren't they, of Free as a Bird with Real Love on the back, 2025 mixes. I have bought it, not going to lie. 20 quid for 2 songs. Mental. When I was buying it, I was like, £15, that's crazy. Oh my God, £15 for 2 songs, a 7-inch. What's going wrong with the world? What's going wrong? And then they hit you with £5 postage. Jesus. It does not cost £5 to send a 7-inch single. So they're ripping you off there. That's more money for them, isn't it? Because Royal Mail ain't getting it. So yeah, hopefully this campaign went well. Got some new Beetle fans to keep the flame alive. But what is next, do you think? I know we shouldn't speculate, but I think at this point it's got to be Rubber Soul, right? I think they're at the point now, if they release something else that none of us want. But you know what I mean? No one said, oh, please. Oh, I really want the anthology to be sorted out. Oh, please. I'd really love the red and blue albums to be, remixed. No one's asking for that. Everyone's asking for Rubber Soul. So I think they've got to do it, haven't they? Otherwise, they're just going to piss a load of people off. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Have you agreed or disagreed with everything I've said here? Probably. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and like and share this video. See you in the next one. Got nothing to do now. I might as well just sit here. Wait for you to leave. That guitar playing was alright, wasn't it?